folks, before we go on, I just want to check on some sports stats, keep myself sharp here on the sports, and I'll use my computer and just go in here and I'm going to check. Okay.
Ooh, vibes are looking good today. One more time. I'm Dave. This is Too Much Dip. It's Monday. Got a big podcast on store or in store for you today. Dillon and Brett are here. KJ's in Cancun, putting on a clinic in the group text for whatever reason, not posting on IG. What's he doing?
I don't know. I told him that it was a performance of a lifetime already on Saturday. It was like 12 p.m.
Where is he?
Cancun.
Cancun. Did you just say that?
I did.
I wasn't listening.
That's
to you.
okay.
Oh, very
I was only
cool.
doing the intro to the pod that you're on.
His vibes are have passed our vibes, but the vibes in here are still very strong.
I was hoping he would put on a show on the IG, and out vacation you.
Yeah.
And maybe he's saving it for a photo dump. A lot of people do that nowadays. I know you're gonna do one, right? Not to. I don't want to cook you. But
Did you already do one?
I haven't done one, man.
I liked a gram featuring the homie.
Mine will be a mini dump, but I'll do a gram with the homie for sure.
Okay.
You're calling mini dump right now.
Yeah, I'll do a mini
Dude,
dump.
do you surf?
No, it wasn't that kind of trip, man.
Got you.
It wasn't a guy's like party wave trip. It was more like
you skied.
I was just riding a different wave
I got
on
you.
this one. We
How-
had the kids with us, and it was the whole deal.
How tight is Pacific Beach, though?
It's very tight. It's very tight.
You didn't want to try to compete with Barrett Dudley, Club Cool's own.
Right. He put on an absolute performance out there.
Guys, guess who's producing today? It's Cool Adam.
Very cool to have Cool Adam in the building. He just threw deuce from behind
He
the computer
did.
over there. Very
Our,
cool.
Our two interns today, I always forget they're Dallas sports guys in some capacity, and they both came in, one rocking the Stars hat, the other rocking the vintage Dallas Cowboys hat. So
And he didn't just get that one off the rack like yesterday. That he's been having that thing for a minute. That has got some wear and tear.
I wanted to say this ain't your grandma's Dallas Cowboys baseball cap, but it might be.
Yeah, it might.
That's how
actually
vintage
be.
this thing is.
Right.
Guys, do me a favor before we hop into it. If you haven't done so, please follow Too Much Dip on Twitter. That's Dip with 2 P's. Too Much Dip podcast on Instagram. Also, our side venture, Meat Smokers Only on IG. More to come on that very soon. I'm in the middle of a move. Everybody knows that. I've talked about it. Once we get settled in, and I think we've kind of moved out of the wet pattern, or most of us have. I don't know about Dillon. But I'm going to be grilling again. I'm going to be firing up the Traeger. I know KJ is. He's got the Blackstone. Apparently Blackstone TikTok's a thing. We were talking about it yesterday.
Black stoned TikTok.
What's a Blackstone?
Blackstone, it is a is it like the outdoor griddle? Grill?
Oh.
Outdoor grill. I don't know if it's a griddle.
Okay. That's tight.
It is tight. And Dylan, you've been talking like you're going to do a brisket here for like the last couple of weeks. What's going on?
I just kind of threw up on my mouth a little bit. I have to wash that down.
He's got to go to
I don't know what
Parks'
happened. That was disgusting.
What the fuck?
It tastes terrible.
He's got to go to Parks Elementary School first and grab the wood chips off the playground to cook that.
Okay, get the jokes out.
That is,
While you were
I
down,
deserve
too, you
it.
couldn't even respond.
Oh my God! The taste of my vomit.
God.
Coming halfway up my throat is absolutely vile.
I don't like stomach acid Dylan over here trying to podcast.
Anyway, I'm going to do a brisket soon. That's
Talk
just,
closer to the mic.
That's
God.
just big facts, man. I'm doing a brisket soon.
Where are you going to get the meat from, though?
The best meat is Costco. Everybody knows that.
I've heard that, honestly.
But I'll probably do HEB. I'm not a Costco guy. I used to be at one point in my life when I was very domestic.
They didn't give you a bid? Got rejected, huh?
I just let my membership lapse. That's all. Yeah, probably HEB.
That's solid. They have good meat.
I'll let you try my brisket, dog.
Please.
Unless, of course, I just bomb
I don't like
it.
super fatty brisket. I'm not really big on that.
What?
This
I know.
fucking guy.
I know.
Dry,
I know.
lean guy?
Oh yeah, I like my meat to be dry and tasteless. You
That's what I'm
jerk.
putting
So you go to Rudy's?
Their sauce is good, yeah.
Their sauce is good. The sissy sauce, is that what you
There's
get?
nothing wrong with Rudy's brisket, by the way.
No, but when he goes, he asks for the extra lean. That stuff's just falling apart, crumbles with your fork.
That's offensive.
Do you remember Turkey Leg guy who has the turkey leg wrapped up?
That was a buddy of Dylan.
And he lifts it, and it just falls off the bone. That's
Yeah.
that's what I'm looking for.
You know,
brisket doesn't give me that.
You know my turkey leg story, right? I was at Schlitterbahn when I was a kid, and I had a turkey leg, and we were walking around holding tubes, and a girl walked by me with her tube that she had just gotten out of the lazy river, and it just completely wiped against my turkey leg, and I just threw it away.
I would have eaten it.
It was fucking gross. It had Schlitterbahn water on it.
It had
Schlitterbahn
tube water.
Schlitterbahn is the worst.
Schlitterbahn is the best place in the world. I
Love Schlitterbahn. Don't like when the tubes touch my turkey steak.
Oh, my tubes.
My turkey leg, dude.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And just the plastic.
Oh, and the sound it made, I can still hear it, and it just like scratched. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
God, that water though, man.
Oh, water is different. Mainly because they run river water in there, right? It's untreated.
I believe you're right.
Nobody
Wait,
really
for real?
knows.
It's clean water though. I mean,
Have you brought parks down there?
I haven't done that yet.
Call them water parks.
Oh,
Oh shit!
look at that. Brett's paying dividends.
You know,
My Bitcoin is not.
the most layup birthday party theme of all time for that kid is a Jurassic Parks party.
Yeah.
Big dinosaur guy. His name is Parks, and he's not into it. And I'm so confused by it. I'm just gonna throw him on anyway. Like, see, I told
He
you.
does not want you to do a dinosaur party?
He wants it just to be called Jurassic Park. I'm like, but your name is Parks. Figure it out, dude.
He thinks it's kind of corny.
I don't know.
He does. He told me.
He told you? He texted you?
He texted me from vacation. I was like, dude, you're on vacation,
It's
man.
like, my dad's dorking it up again, man.
He's like, dude, Dad's complaining about the tacos. Can't find the fried fish.
Ugh.
Ooh, you had non-fried fish tacos?
And grilled.
Don't even get him started.
Yeah, I don't want to talk
Really?
about it. Don't bring it up anymore.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yikes.
Do you have any other personal anecdotes you want to share before we jump into this pod?
Also, since this is a sports podcast, my teams are kind of buzzing right now.
Yeah.
Teams being my Golden Knights and my Texas Longhorns, talking baseball.
Oh.
So,
How's the Round Rock Express doing? I
A-Town
thought
knows
you
what I'm
were-
talking about. I don't fuck with the Round Rock Express.
Oh, come on now.
Cool Adam shaking his head.
He's a Longhorn. He knows.
Oh, okay. I thought it was for the Round Rock Express. I was like, okay.
You will never find a Round Rock Express fan just walking around anywhere.
Why do you do
Texas
a Round
Stars,
Rock? Like,
though.
what did they? You get cut from the
People
Express
go to
tryout?
people go to those games because it's like it's the only professional baseball around here. And
They
go,
probably do $2 beers.
Oh,
No, they probably don't.
and like a $70 Uber back home.
Dude, $70. Did I tell you the time that I went to meet you at Fix for happy hour?
You did.
I had to wait. I had to use my wife's Lyft account. I don't have Lyft. I don't really fuck with Lyft. But my Uber, my first one, to go from my place to Fix, which is a 15-minute drive, $90.
Oh my God!
What the shit?
I would have driven you home, Dave.
I would have called it right there.
$90.
Lyft was much more reasonable, but that was my Uber projected fare.
They are up 40% countrywide year over year Uber fares. And one guy posted, it was like some VC Twitter guy that I follow, posted his Uber from Midtown Manhattan to JFK was the same price as his flight from JFK back to San Francisco.
Cross-country flight, that is.
$260.
Well, that's just dumb.
That's the kind of stuff that I can't deal with. Like, that's...
No, I don't care about whatever you say about inflation. That's ridiculous. Uber's got to reel it in.
Man, hashtag end the Fed.
I don't know if that has much to do with it.
Quantitative easing.
Yeah, QE.
I'm just going to name financial things. You guys want to hit the Dipp Line?
I think it's time.
Is it time? Yeah, it's time.
It's time to hit the Dipp Line. 833-371-DIP. Again, 833-371-DIP with 2 P's. Remember, dip responsibly. Oh, and this one, it's for Dippy.
Do we even need that anymore? We've got the graphic.
This graphic is sick.
Dude, new graphic alert. Do the alert.
No graphic alert.
Dude, what a sick graphic. This looks like we ripped it from ESPN, but we didn't. This is Ricky Prosper, and this is a little bit of Randy. Who did that? Or was it you?
I thought it was all Randy.
Was it
it you?
Randy? Randy likes to take credit for the intern's work.
Yeah,
I've
he
noticed
does.
that. He's got a real problem
This
with
thing's
that.
sick, man.
833-371-3477.
God, Dippy's got just a wet ass J too.
Yeah. I mean,
know
the
what
guy
I mean?
does not miss.
He
His
doesn't.
plus minus is just astounding.
That follow through.
Can I
His fingers
inquire
just
about-
hanging there.
Is the basketball dipping the queso, or is the basketball leaving
Great
the
question.
trail?
You know,
Is he
in,
shooting the queso?
You know, in NBA Jam when they're on fire and there's
Yeah.
just a flame trail. It's like that, but it's cheese. It's
Got it.
nacho
Okay.
cheese.
Okay.
Yeah. It's sick, dude.
We
It-
should
it
do
is sick.
our own version of NBA Dip, and it has that feature.
That's the only difference.
Yeah.
It's just chips playing
It's
basketball.
just different chips. Like you have like a kettle chip.
Uh huh.
You've just got like a baked lay. You pair them up however you want. You have siete. You could do like the almond flour
Can I
chips.
do a sun chip? Mix
You
it
could
up?
do. Don't you hate sun chips, or do you like? Sun
I'm the one who loves them.
I like them too, and Will hates them.
Yeah, just misplaced hatred.
I'm a garden salsa guy.
I had some of those yesterday. That's big facts.
Really?
Honestly. Yeah.
It tastes like salsa from your garden.
Very
in
cool
chip
how
form.
my browser just crashed like it always does.
Good.
Is there not a form of salsa that's from the garden, technically?
Factory farm salsa. It's a real problem. Environmental disaster.
Yeah, dude.
You didn't know about that?
Dillon and I like processed salsa from.
Hey, we got any calls or what? What's
Let's
the
see
deal
about
here?
NASCAR.
What's up, Dipp Kings? It's your boy, K-Money, with this week's NASCAR recap. Had the All-Star race at Old Texas Motor Speedway this weekend. Fucking thing didn't start until 8 p.m. Eastern Time on a Sunday for whatever reason. So I'm super looking forward to just being absolutely useless at work tomorrow, similar to Human Randy on any given day of the week. Oh, whoa! For the third week in a row, Larson bangs at home. Jesus Christ. This being the All-Star race, it doesn't count for points towards the championship. But I am at the point where I'm starting to wonder if we're all watching something special. Kind of like how Dave will feel the first time Rhodes drains a layup in third grade b-ball. It ain't count for shit, but Daddy Ruff loves it. You heard? Anyways, that was K-Money's NASCAR Minute.
Name another podcast talking NASCAR in Dipp Line form.
Listen, you bring that kind of energy. It could be about like sweater knitting, and we're gonna play it. You know what I mean?
Some F1 guys were mad because they listened to like the first 5 minutes of last week's pod, and they're like, "Whoa, they're going to talk about NASCAR and not F1," and then they didn't listen all the way through. It's like, "Oh, we talked F1 too, bro."
You can't not play the NASCAR Minute.
It's the NASCAR Minute. He kind of personally and professionally attacked Randy, our normal producer.
It takes up 1 minute of your day.
Video guy.
And
Takes
it's
up 1 minute. He had some jokes in. You know what? I don't know if you drain a layup. I guess you could technically. It's gonna, conceivably gonna hit the backboard, traditional layup. But you know what? The first time Rhodes throws one down, a layup that is, I will cry.
Drano.
That's gonna be that's what I'm gonna say from the sideline.
Like in
As I'm holding a clipboard.
Or with the little basketball hoops that you get that are like plastic that you dunk.
No. This is competitively. I don't care
I
what
see.
he does with the Nerf or whatever. Like at home, that doesn't mean nothing. Until you do it in competition, like that doesn't impress me.
He's gonna foul out game one. Just super aggressive out
Do
there.
they have foul? They don't have foul limits, and
I think you have to just really take somebody out.
it's like 15 fouls.
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
You can't even count yet.
no.
Like, all right, this kid's a problem. Let's get him on the bench.
He's got his hand up. He's like, that's on me. All right, that one is on me.
Speaking of NASCAR, I just looked up Texas Motor Speedway to see what part of Texas that is.
Funky town
It
area,
says
right?
Fort Worth, but it's more than
It's north
halfway to Denton,
Yeah.
Texas.
You know, I've been to a race there.
Really?
I also have driven an Indy car on the track. That's big facts.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Were you going like 62?
164.
Whoa.
164.
Sometimes I think Dillon just makes shit up.
They had a pace car that would not let me pass, or I would have hit it. I would have hit
Dude,
200.
why'd you pass? You
No,
bitch.
they would have shot my tires out or something.
Just have a sniper and
Yeah.
you guys get too rowdy.
They would've
just
done
take him
something.
out.
It was pretty scary, man. You know that it's like you got when you turn, it's steep, man. You gotta be able to dig into the side of that pavement, whatever it is.
Yeah. No, I know. I've driven on
It's
one
wild.
before.
Sure
A couple
you have.
times.
Yeah.
I did a couple truck races out there.
Was it during truck month?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
What engine did you have again?
Cummins.
Yeah.
Diesel. It's Cummins diesel season. All right, one more Dipp Line.
All right. I would like Mr. Dillon to please prove his status as a Golden Knights fan and a hockey fan by explaining to me, in their inaugural season, how did the Vegas Knights concoct their team? What was the method of taking players from other teams and drafting players? Please explain to me, Dillon.
Oh, he hit you with a
Sounds like he's kind of debating.
I
whether
would
or
like
not-
Dylan.
Don't mock the guy. He's a
Come on.
listener.
He's calling me out,
He hit
man.
the Dipp Line.
Listen, this is to all hockey guys out there.
Okay.
Don't shame someone for trying to get into your sport that you have been into for a long time.
Yeah, I hope F1 guy's listening too.
I am an admitted new hockey guy. I latched on to the Golden Knights before they even played their first game. I announced it very publicly. I've been on board the entire time, been riding this wave, and I'm trying to learn hockey as I go.
Well, you've had like 6
Don't
years.
shame me. Right. Okay, it's not been 6.
It's been like 4.
4.
Yeah, four.
And I am really enjoying hockey. Playoff hockey is so much fun to watch. So much fun. It's giving me anxiety. That's how much I actually care about it. The losses are kind of gut-wrenching. And look, I know there was an expansion draft, which is commonplace in professional sports. Baseball has the same damn thing. It's an expansion. I don't know exactly the details of how it shaked out for the Golden Knights or how it works in hockey in general.
Just know they had Cody Eakin.
I know that they were able to draft from existing NHL players that were already on teams. I know that.
It's a scary proposition.
I don't know which players were eligible. I don't know how that worked.
We're about to learn it again with the Kraken, right?
We are. It's going to be a fun time. The new expansion draft for the Kraken is like 3 days before the NHL draft itself. You see some activity on the transaction.
The takeaway here, a hockey guy, kind of a dorky one at that. If I'm being
Come
honest.
on.
If you're an
being honest
existing
here.
fan of Vegas, like this guy seems to be, like, what is your deal?
No,
Yeah,
I don't
that-
think
yeah.
he is. I think this guy's a fan of a team that Vegas has eliminated.
Me wanting to get
He's
into your
mad.
sport is a good thing for your sport.
Because you're
all right?
Dillon. You're the face of Wash Media, like you're always saying.
I don't think I've ever said that. But don't be a snob. Don't be hockey snob. I don't claim to know a lot, but I am pretty invested in this team. I actually really enjoy the team. I really enjoy watching playoff hockey.
We're excited to have you in the hockey Twitter's
Good.
The Twitterverse.
I got
I'm picking up
Dillon.
lingo. I'm learning. I know what icing is.
Oh, that's
I
good.
kind of know what offsides is a little bit.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Kinda.
You don't just know dump and change anymore either. You're like,
Yeah.
you know, power plays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
know.
the
I
Stone
know.
Man.
Top titties,
You know, top titties.
top shelf. Stone Man went top titties on him in overtime.
Sure
to-
did.
Look at that.
To
Advance.
knock out.
Guys, we're
to
not
knock
even
out
in
the
our hockey
abs.
segment
I
yet.
know, but
We're just
like,
crushing this.
This guy. What a jerk.
He's just having fun, man.
Yeah,
I apologize.
Well, he should come have fun and try to do it in my face and see what happens.
You know what's cool about
We're
the
going to beat
Knights,
this
too?
guy's ass.
Your Vegas Golden Knights, Dylan, are exempt from this year's expansion draft.
Why is that? Because they're an
they're
expansive
just,
team
because they're just
themselves?
too new.
They're still
even though,
expanding.
Even
Oh, really?
though they've went to the conference finals like literally 3 out of their 4 existing years.
Would you like to explain how the expansion draft works in the NHL?
This year, each team has a chance to protect either 8 forwards and a goalie, or
The goalie.
8 skaters and 1 goalie, or 7 forwards, 3 defensemen, and a
Okay.
goalie.
Interesting.
So basically, it's kind of like one of those strategic things. Or what a lot of teams are going to do is do a side deal.
does the expansion draft occur before the regular draft? I assume
like
it does.
3 days before.
Okay.
So what you can do is basically send, hey, Seattle, I'm going to give you a 3rd-round draft pick for you to specifically select this guy that we don't really care about.
And would the expansion team just pick up the contracts and where they left off with their pre-existing teams?
Correct. Yep. Contracts are all picked up. There's a lot of people that are exempt.
So that obviously is a big factor when drafting these guys.
Exactly. So
Interesting.
you can protect guys. Some guys on rookie contracts you don't have to protect them because
Yeah.
you can't take like one of their top prospects, obviously. So there's a lot of rules, but you're going to end up with a pretty solid team, and they pick, I think, 2nd overall this year in the actual draft. So you're gonna
My
get a good
Golden
guy.
Knights?
No, the Seattle.
Oh, the crack
Seattle, yeah.
crack house.
Crack house, yeah.
Dude,
Okay, very
Climate
cool.
Preds.
let me say this, guys. I think my clothes are going to have to go through an expansion draft because my waistline's getting pretty big with this diet I'm on. Oh, I've been eating like shit is what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you were making a boner joke. At
I thought
first.
you were
No.
transitioning to
No,
an
not
ad
an
read.
erect penis joke.
I thought the hockey talk was making you sexually aroused and thus giving you an erection.
No, I'm saving that erection for the U.S. Open.
Oh, very cool.
Do you mind? Do you want a new segment, Sports Boner?
Hey, I want your boner. That's not bad. What are you most excited for? What's your sports boner for?
We had Dillon. Dillon did the real or fake muscle pre-workout today on Circling Back.
which was electric.
And now his next segment, his new segment, is the Sports Boner. Or do you want that to be your nickname?
Sports boner.
That could be your show.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Someone's done that, right?
That's
There's
got
got to be a
legs.
sport. Yeah.
There's
no
got to be a
way.
YouTube guy that's like, this is
Hey,
the sports
what's
boner.
going on? It's-
Boner has to be a part of some podcast name out there somewhere.
We could be the sports stiffy.
Sports boner.
This one's for Stiffy.
All right.
That's doing way too much.
Hey, thanks for your call.
Dude, you got to get
Fucker.
past this guy. He's just
He's
having
coming
fun.
he's coming on my neck for no reason.
We're a small to mid-sized podcast. We can't just be turning away listeners because you think they've got a dork voice.
If you look at my tweets, my comments about hockey, they're extremely high level. There's not like I'm not getting into the weeds there and like breaking down offenses and shit. I'm just like, oh yeah, Stone Man for the win. Like that's what I'm doing. So chill out.
all right.
Who's going to be your MVP of the series, which starts tonight? Oh, we'll talk about this. We'll talk about
Talk
this.
about it later, man. Or do you want to just lead off with NHL? We're already talking about
We
it.
might as well.
Fuck, let's go.
We'll get into it real quick. Match Pacioretty. Look for him to have a big series there, Dylan.
Pacioretty.
I thought you were looking at like we weren't recording.
No. I'm trying to do timestamps.
Is he Canadian-born Italian descent?
It ends in a Y,
Oh, never mind.
so I don't know.
No.
Yeah,
He's
but
not. He's not from the boot.
He's from Connecticut.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, he's a USA guy.
Okay.
Shouts to
I got
Max.
love for my USA-born NHLers, though.
Sure.
Shout out Mike Modano, number 9, the original number 9.
Apparently, has a good time.
There's
you
no
know
way
what?
he's the first person to wear 9. There's
He
no
did
way.
pretty well in Dallas during his
Did he?
time. Yeah.
Super attractive guy that plays for the Stars.
Hot guy, was
Yeah.
pretty much the king of the city in the late 90s as the Cowboys dynasty was ending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
you could say Mike Modano
Yeah.
did well. Once tried to take my sister on a date.
Whoa.
Fun story, telling tales out of school here.
Oh wow, dude. Real
Wouldn't get an autograph for her little brother, though.
Oh.
It's a true story.
I'm gonna throw the name Alex Tuck out for you.
Oh.
Western New York's own.
Big toe.
Really?
Yeah.
What part?
I think he's it's outside of Buffalo. I forget the suburb. But
Okay.
he's a Western New York guy. Maybe Syracuse, actually,
The Q's.
which is central. We'll get into that debate later. Big
Okay.
He was
series for
he was
Alex
flying
Tuck.
around last series.
He moves.
He was flying around.
He moves. But
Yeah.
Who am I looking for? Who am I watching? If I'm a guy, let's say I haven't watched a ton of this stuff because let's hypothetically my team didn't
Yeah.
even make the playoffs.
You ready
even
for
though
this?
they were in the Stanley Cup Finals last year. Like hypothetically, who am I watching?
You're watching the Canadians, Dave.
Okay.
You're watching Cole Caulfield out of the University of Wisconsin. You're watching Jesperi Kotkaniemi,
Crushed it.
Out
That's
of-
easy to say.
not the U.S. And you're watching
Not
Suzuki,
the U.S. He said.
Nick Suzuki.
Nick
Also,
Suzuki.
the Canadians have these three guys that are young guns that are awesome, that are going to get the spotlight really for the first time in the playoffs.
Are you saying Vegas is in trouble?
I'm saying it's the old guys versus the young guns over there. That's what we're looking at. Granted,
I'm riding with Canadians.
Keep an eye on Stone Man. Why aren't you gonna ride with Vegas, dog?
Just because I feel like you need a foil on this pod.
way better jerseys. too
KJ's
over
really
there.
nice, and I want to be a big jerk about it.
Okay.
Somebody's going to tweet you, be like, Dylan, do you know why they're called the Les Habitants?
And I'm gonna say, shove it up your ass.
I don't know. Can you explain that? And be
Les-
prepared if you
les-
don't know, then you're going to hear about it.
Les Habitants is like French for the Canadians, so they're called the Habs.
Are you
like
sure about
Les
that?
Habitants. Yes.
Okay.
That's- Okay.
Do not at me if Brett is in any way wrong.
And it is not the little H that you're going to see on their jerseys. It's a big C, little H.
Do you agree with this, Sports Boner?
Don't call me sports boner, man.
Anyway,
You said you wanted to do the segment.
game one tonight. We're excited. The Canadians might have some of their guys back too. Jeff Petrie, John Merrill.
I guess I got to start paying attention to the Islanders, huh?
Oh, what a team!
Because I'll be honest, my knowledge of the Islanders right now is coming exclusively from whoever the Barstool guy is that
Frank,
Big
you're-
Cat keeps retweeting.
Frankie Borelli's live streams. Yeah, where he's
So,
going absolutely nuts.
That
at
is my
Borelli's.
knowledge of the Islanders, and I was surprised. I tuned in for a little bit last night, and
Mm-hmm.
you know me, I've got a little PTSD from the Lightning.
Right.
The Ning.
Pretty good team, pretty good squad. Your Stanley Cup champions last year. More power to them. It's fine.
No.
Fuck your fans, but
Right, and they're also circumventing the salary cap by about $20 million in the playoffs. So neither here nor there.
red flag or
It's
asterisk? Are you saying that their title's not
No,
legit?
it's perfectly
Damn it.
legal. It's perfectly. They're just exploiting a loophole, dude.
I take back what I said about their fans. I'm
You're-
sure some of them are nice. I like J-Bone.
And you like you are a closed loophole guy, right?
Always said that, man.
Right.
You know I'm not doing belt loops this summer.
Right.
Exclusively e-waste.
So anyway, that's a good series though. The Islanders are a good team. They're a team of destiny type of thing. Last season at the Coliseum over there in Garden City, next to Borelli's. Shouts to Mr. Borelli and Frankie. Before they move into the brand new nice arena at Belmont Park. So you think the last season in the old barn has some magic to it.
You know, I thought the Stars were the team of destiny last season. It really looked that way.
Because of Rick Bowness?
Rick Bowness.
Rick Boner,
and
they
you
call
dove
him.
in. But it wasn't.
Yeah,
They weren't. And that's okay.
It's too bad.
All right. Well, you want to talk about your Sabres? That's why we had you
Yeah,
on.
well,
Just chomping at the bit.
They got the first overall pick, Dave. I'm excited about it. I want them to trade it because this draft this year is not really consensus at the top. of
You were
who's
so
the best.
you were so horny about this that when I saw that they got the first pick and I texted the group, "Congrats, Brett." You didn't even know what I was talking about, and then when you realize it, you're like,
Yeah,
it's not a deep draft.
It's not. It really isn't. It's of like the last 10 years, it's the worst year to pick first overall, which is pretty unfortunate. The rumor is they're going to get Owen Power.
Great name, objectively good name.
Good looking dude too. Big like 6'6" defenseman out of Canada.
God dang, just
Yeah.
brings back Darren Hatcher vibes, although he
Yeah.
wasn't that good looking. But
So that's the rumor they're going to pick him. He's fine. It's just I'd prefer this guy Matty Beniers. He's the
one who did 9/11, right? Matty Beniers raps.
What are you doing,
Oh
man?
no, he's played at Michigan. Really good little forward. Plays hard, Dave.
Plays hard? Well,
he
dude.
plays hard.
That's my kind of guy.
Neither one should be the first overall pick to the NHL draft, and they're going to sit there, take him. He's going to be fine, and they're going to continue on their path to mediocrity.
If you want the respect of the sports boner, you better play hard.
Yeah, you better play hard.
Sabres hanging on to that young kid that you were all excited about when we watched them play.
Oh, Jack Eichel.
Yeah,
No.
what's up with Ikes?
No, he has a herniated disc in his neck, and the Sabres are not letting him get surgery on it
Why?
because it's an experimental procedure. And no NHL players ever had it done. Peyton Manning and like UFC guys have it done, and they come back and fight in mixed martial arts. Not Peyton Manning, but UFC guys. So and the recovery time's like 6 weeks to 8 weeks.
That's a great debate. What's tougher on your body? A UFC fighter who fights maybe three or four times a year, or the grind of an NHL season?
It got to be UFC. I mean, they spar like every day, right?
Sparring's kind of becoming a thing that a lot of guys don't do leading up to in camp.
That's the soft generation.
It is soft, but they probably don't want to end up with, CTE and
You
whatnot.
think
Things of that nature.
not Khudobin? Who's the Russian dude who beat Connor up? Who retired?
Habib
Yeah.
Nurmagomedov.
You think he doesn't spar on a daily basis?
Well, he wrestles, but yeah, he probably does.
He spars for like fun.
He fought a bear once
Yeah, he eats
As
sparring for
a
breakfast.
lad.
as a wee lad.
Hey, what does an NHL jersey run?
Well, it depends. Do you want the LNH one or do you want the?
You have the internet right in front of you.
I'm asking hockey guy.
For like a real ass legit jersey.
Yeah, if I got a Stone Man one.
like 160.
Get it customized to say Stone Man.
Stone Man.
You're going triple digits.
Triple digits.
I would say I bet $150.
It's like 150 to 220 or so,
right,
depending
bet,
on where you're
bet.
at.
We've got one out there. We've got a Jamie Benn that shout out to the listener who sent it.
I'm not a Jamie Benn guy. No offense.
He's a hot dude in person, I gotta say. I know that's a weird at sports analysis and we're tracking packages a little bit, but he's just I was surprised.
Objectively hot team up there in Dallas.
Yeah.
Segs. Jamie
Seg's a
Benn.
hot dude.
Yeah.
Who's hotter?
Jamie
We'll save that for
Oleksiak,
another day.
The big rig.
Rope.
Rope.
Good looking dude. Anyway,
That's tracking packages.
is that all for
That's
NHL?
all on the NHL. Excited
Fun
for
stuff,
Excited
man.
for tonight. Excited for the series.
All right, we'll tune in next week. No, you guys watching any NBA? Any of the basketball? You might not have. You were in California.
bit of it.
What's the matter?
I'm just doing timestamps, player.
28:48.
Yeah, I got it.
All
dog.
right, all right.
You just do
I
your
get
shit.
anxiety when anybody gives that look at the board
because you think it's not recording.
You constantly see me looking over.
I'm just trying to make your job a little bit easier.
Well, why don't you?
You're
I'm
welcome.
sorry. Would you develop a sports boner segment, please,
The sports boner.
with sound
This
effects?
is what I'm excited about. Boy,
This is so dumb.
swing.
I have been following it, even though the Mavs are no longer in it, obviously. But it's been a lot of fun. Of course, the big story is Kyrie's ankle.
Yes.
That's changing things. Got the Nets knotted up at 2.
How serious is his injury?
Left in a walking boot. on crutches. He's put some weight on it after, but it looked bad. I guess the X-ray was negative, or MRI, whatever they did on it, maybe both. But this changes things because now you have no Harden for who knows when he's coming back. He's got the hamstring thing. You don't want to rush that back. They've already made that mistake once. So it's just KD and some dudes.
Yeah, who are the other dudes on that team?
Jeff Green.
Money.
No, he's
Blake
not.
Griffin.
Blake Griffin.
BG's on the team?
I don't know. Blake Griffin, who kind of faded yesterday. I don't know if he was hurt. Yeah.
I'm enjoying
It's
seeing
a super team, verified.
I've
Yeah.
enjoyed seeing PJ Tucker and KD go at it as a Longhorn guy. Watching two former Horns just kind of throw down, squaring up a little bit, getting chippy.
Doesn't PJ
Tucker's had a great game against Durant.
Doesn't he have like the reputation as one of the best trash talkers in the NBA? PJ Tucker.
I don't know about that.
I think so.
I don't know where I heard that or why.
He plays much bigger than his size.
Joe Harris is your sharpshooting dude, who's good. He's not a guy you want to rely on to be your second scorer.
They also have DeAndre Jordan, which I didn't know.
I don't even know if he touches the floor. He definitely did in the first
He used to
round.
be a monster.
He was a monster and a Maverick for like 2 months. I don't know. I've kind of gone full nihilist and like don't care. So I was hoping that the Nets and the super team would just roll and just win it all. Since the Mavs are out, don't care. But that thing's 2-2. They're in real trouble. I don't know what's going to happen, but the KD slander will be quite plentiful if he does not pull this out, even though he has nothing around him right now, in my opinion. People are like, "Oh, you're KD, man. Like you're the guy. You claim to be the best dude, like one of the best of all time.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta win 2 more games." I don't know what's going to happen though. Giannis needed this. If they had gotten their ass swept or a gentleman's sweep, like you would have never heard the end of the Giannis slander. It would have been bad.
Yeah. So are we in Final Four right now? Nets,
No.
Bucks, Suns, Nuggets.
We got Nets, Bucks, Suns. The Suns just swept the Nuggets. Jazz, Clips are at 2-1, and Philly, Atlanta's 2-1. I think they both played tonight.
So no matter, does this feel like a tough marketing finals for the NBA?
Everybody likes, not everybody, but you see like the Ravel types out there, the wannabe Ravels. Anytime like the Lakers go down or something, they're like, "Oh, I bet Adam Silver's thrilled about this." I don't know if that's the case. I don't know what the ratings have looked like, but like they're showcasing this playoffs has kind of been, even though the Mavs are out, but like you showcased Luka in that first round. Everybody knew about Luka, but he did it again. You had Ja with the Grizzlies in the first round. Donovan Mitchell, who everybody hates on Utah for good reason. Their fan base is something else. But, I mean, that dude's arguably the best dude in the playoffs right now so far.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's kind of like are people going to tune in to watch the young guys? And then if the Nets can sneak through, that's an older team, and you'd be tuning in to see KD, Harden potentially win his first ring, and then Kyrie. So, I don't know, man. And then the Philly-Atlanta series has been the one that I've really had fun watching. You had the Hawks taking the first one, and then I've lost the last 2. Embiid's playing with a torn meniscus, which I don't really understand. As someone who I don't think I've ever torn a meniscus, if I do, I just never noticed it. I don't really know how you can go out there and compete and put up 30 a night with that.
Yeah,
And
it's
grab
one of those,
boards. It's insane to me.
As a guy with a torn meniscus currently,
Really?
just let go on. Yeah, it's one of those that if it flares up, it like you can't walk, but if it doesn't, you're fine. And so it's just you kind of play the hand you're dealt with, one of those suckers.
What's your worst sports injury, sportsman?
When I was, it went kind of undiagnosed because I got an MRI on my shoulder after I threw it out pitching when I was 13-ish. I absolutely just shredded my shoulder, and I didn't call timeout and like stop the game because I didn't know, I kind of panicked.
You felt it.
And I finished the inning on the arm, and for the next like 6 months, I couldn't throw a baseball like 10 feet. It was terrible.
Did you have surgery?
No, I just let it kind of heal itself.
And it did?
For the most part, yeah. I didn't really do any pitching after that. I was a decent pitcher up until that point. was a youngster, of course.
Do you
but-
think you did it throwing gas, or were you trying to throw curveballs or something?
Oh, I was throwing as hard as I could. Yeah, yeah.
Could be a
It was nasty.
rotator cuff, maybe a labrum in
I don't
there.
know. I finished the inning and I got back to the dugout. And I was like, Coach, I seriously jacked up my arm. He took me out, and then I went got an MRI like a week or so later,
Mhm.
and they said like nothing had there's no like structural damage,
Wow.
but something was seriously jacked up. I don't know what the hell it was.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like a Kerry Wood situation, didn't they say like wasn't his high school manager like just pitched him like every day? Like they would just run
Really?
him out back-to-back days and completely like just shot his
Jeez.
arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did not know that. That's impressive though that you made it back and played high school ball at a decent level,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
I developed some pretty good arm strength back, but I didn't do any pitching.
I bet that was really good for your tiny arms though. Like you probably couldn't do a lot of like heavy lifting, so your
Yeah.
arms just got beautiful and tiny.
That's very true, Dave. Yeah. Hurt like hell.
You want to get Super H? You want to talk College World Series?
Ooh, let's go. Let's go touchdown. Yeah, let's sorry.
Look at the timestamp, Jim.
We don't need to announce it every time.
He's leaning over. He's gonna look at the timestamp.
I think 4 or 5 teams are currently set for the College World Series. Of course, 8 is the full slate of teams. Texas clinched last night against Southern Florida.
South Florida.
South Florida. Thank you. South Florida. The Bulls.
Fun team. No offense. I was kind of pulling for him.
How was that a fun team?
South Florida. Charlie Strong coached there for a time. Didn't
So-
really work out.
So Charlie Strong, the
Correct.
football coach, coached at this
Yeah.
school for like a brief amount of time.
They're not a blue blood.
Therefore, they're a fun
They're
team.
not a blue blood. They were Cinderella. I think they had to win their conference tournament to even get in. I think they were under 500.
Anyway, they took the lead in the first 2-0 against Texas, and that's the first time Texas did not have the lead or tied. They were losing, I should say, in the playoffs. Basically, they turned it around very quickly. Scored, I think, 4 runs in the top of the second.
Right when we
And
logged
just-
into for Dansk.
Yeah, that's news. I knew it was kind of safe to go flex my.
You call a ball game pretty early. A little cocky, but you ended up being right.
Yeah, I mean Texas is a good team.
Tell me about this
They-
shortstop.
They are now the highest seeded team left in the tournament.
They're a 2-seed, correct?
2 seed, highest, lowest. How do you say that?
You
the
can say
best,
high.
the best seeded. Anyway,
Well, Arkansas lost, right?
Arkansas
so
lost.
was your number 1 seed.
Arkansas had just kind of steamrolled their way through, and then they're out. They're gone.
Tell me about this Texas shortstop.
What's his name? Tough.
All I know is
His name's cooler than he is a baseball player, but he's awesome. Saltine?
He's a saltine.
that sounds right. I'm looking it up. Either way, electric. I had fun watching him.
He plays a hell of a shortstop and had a couple of pretty good clutch base hits last night. He's very, very good. Look, this Texas team has really good starting pitching. Did A-Town just burp back there? Really
A-Town,
good.
you burping?
Really good starting pitching.
I thought A-Town wanted to correct us on the roster.
And they have some big bats. Their big bats were pretty quiet last night. They put together a bunch of runs on the starting pitching for USF was pretty bad. Walked a ton of guys.
That dude could not find the strike zone.
Yeah, it was pretty ugly. Being some guys, and they had a very costly error in short right field.
This is the most baseball-named baseball roster. You've got Lance Ford, Colby Kubicek, Cam Constantine, Eric Kennedy, and Ty Madden.
What's the shortstop's name?
Hard to say.
It's killing Faltine.
Faltine. I think you're Trey Faltine.
Trey?
Trey.
Okay, Trey Faltine. Yeah, they're good, man. They're very, very good.
Colby Kubicek. Sorry, go ahead.
That's really all I got. We have some other games that are
We got DBU
Right.
this afternoon
Yeah.
in a
Yeah.
winner go home.
Dallas Baptist.
I'm riding with DBU. We're doing this for Spur 408 Mountain Creek Lake. What's up?
That's niche.
Home of the goat man.
I'll say this: it's been fun to have college baseball on TV all day for
Yeah.
the last couple weekends. You hop in and you see a random team like maybe Northeastern getting their doors blown off by Nebraska.
By the way, the other teams that are in NC State, Arizona, Tennessee, Vandy, Stanford. So Texas is looks like the sixth team to be in. So we got waiting on 2, of course. Mississippi State versus Notre Dame, and then that DBU Virginia game.
And this is all in Omaha.
No,
It will be all in Omaha, I mean.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. How long have they been doing it in Omaha?
As far as I remember,
Okay.
1973.
I'm just curious how this landed
I
in
have
Omaha.
no idea.
I don't know.
The history there.
Probably some corruption.
You think? You think it was
At the NCAA?
Warren
Of course,
Buffett?
they said goodbye to the very famous and storied Rosenblatt Stadium several years back, and now it's at TD Ameritrade, whatever it's called.
It's corporations and their
Yeah,
corporateness.
yeah. Rosenblatt was a cool field.
Being all corporate-y and whatnot.
Yeah, I hear you.
I hate that.
Did you guys ever go out there with like a Natty Light tour or something like that?
No,
No,
They
we
always
never
wanted
did
to
that.
send us to the us meaning Barstool.
Never did Omaha.
No, but Will and I went to the World Bartending Championships for TGI Fridays in Dallas.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Is that you took a private plane to that one, right?
No, that was a different thing. that plane probably got repoed. Guys, I think we got a new sponsor. I think that means we need a new sponsor alert.
New sponsor. New sponsor alert.
I don't know what Brett's new sponsor
Oh, that
alert
was the other segment. Sorry.
You guys want to talk Brightside?
You know I want
Check
to talk
this out.
Brightside.
Dealing with anxiety or depression can be paralyzing, but you should know that you're not broken and you're not alone. And when you want help, there's Brightside. It's there for you. This is a really cool sponsor to have on board. Brightside offers personalized, life-changing anxiety and depression care from your own home. Most mental health providers make getting help exhaustingly difficult, or you get the same treatment as everyone else and don't feel any better. I'm sure everybody here has dealt with, this in some capacity. A lot of people do. And Brightside it's really cool to have them on board because they offer help for the full spectrum of anxiety and depression conditions. So no matter what you're feeling, you'll get a treatment plan tailored to your specific needs on your schedule.
I'm a user of this product. To be honest with you, there.
Tell us about it.
I was intrigued when we landed this sponsor, and everybody's had a tough 2020. I think that's pretty standard to say.
Just a weird time, unparalleled.
Family health issues,
Sure.
pandemic, I had a lot going on. So I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to hop in and see what this is about. And I did. And I've never been more impressed with something like this.
Yeah.
And it's super easy, and they kind of tailor a solution towards you. And so I'm getting on this stuff. I'm excited.
You can join thousands of Brightside members taking back their lives. Take your free mental health assessment and get up to $100 credit on your first month of treatment at brightside.com/dip. That's DIP. That's brightside.com/dip. Check it out. Whether you choose therapy, medication, or both, all plans follow the highest clinical standards. They're based on American Psychiatric Association guidelines, and 85% of Brightside members feel better within 12 weeks, and it's affordable with a flat monthly fee and no hidden costs. You can get all the help you need without worrying about the big bill. Plus, they've got a better care guarantee, and you can get a full refund within 30 days, no questions asked. Check out brightside.com/dip.
You see this deal too?
What's
Free
the-
mental health assessment, get up to $100 of credit on your first month of treatment.
It's pretty insane,
At
man.
brightside.com.
That's really good stuff.
/dip.
Guys, you want to talk U.S. Open? Because I think it's sneaky U.S. Open week.
Is
In
it?
fact, it is. I don't think it is.
You know
It
what?
definitely is.
I forgot that it was U.S. Open week, and then I was arriving to the San Diego airport to board my plane back to Austin, and they had all those Lexus SUVs lined up that said, like, U.S. Open, whatever car.
Did you think about hopping in one?
And I was like, oh, shit, it's here. It's time, and it's where I am. Completely forgot about it.
That's kind of cool. I might have hung out and just
Great
kind of loitered
story,
until I
isn't it?
saw somebody. Yeah, it's a sick
Killers.
story.
I didn't see anybody cool.
You didn't see ZJ hopping in the whip?
I didn't see Bryson, doing push-ups in the hallway or anything.
ZJ was ghost riding out of the airport.
Yeah. I don't think Zinj would do that.
Is Zeech playing?
Yeah.
Did he win?
No, he
Okay.
is eligible. I checked.
I know the U.S. Open sneaky. It's one of those tournaments that sneaky ends up excluding some big names based on the qualifications for it, or at least it just seems to me like that.
Let's play a game. Let's play. We like to do this. Guess ZJ's odds at the U.S. Open.
400 to 1.
75,000 to plus 75,000
200 to 1. Same as Kevin Kisner.
plus 20,000.
Molinari 175 to 1. I don't hate that. I do not hate that. But we'll get to picks in a minute.
You going to sprinkle it?
Haven't you played Torrey Pines?
I have.
Did you play South Course or North Course?
South course?
That's where they're playing.
Yeah.
How about that?
I played sneaky, not awful.
Didn't you? What you gonna break 80? Didn't you triple 18 or something? I don't mean to bring that up, but didn't that what happened?
I was gonna fire. A backside 39, and I that long par 5 18. I piped my drive. I was sitting pretty, and I decided to get a little wild, and I went for it.
You didn't go off the deck, did you?
I went for it. I put it in the drink, and then I bladed my chip.
Oh no,
That's
I
a
bladed
tough
my
scene.
chip across the green. I ended up, I think, doubling it for a 41. It was stupid.
That's still respectable.
Yeah, you know.
Did you go driver off the deck on that second shot? That's your move.
No, I wouldn't do that.
I've seen you do it like every time we've played.
I know, but not when I'm flirting with the backside 39. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd feel bad too at Torrey Pines. I'd go for it and duff a driver or something like that. And you don't want to be that guy.
On like
On
the
18.
I forget what hole it was, 2 or 3. I put one into a greenside bunker that was probably the steepest bunker I'd ever tried to hit out of, and I just couldn't get out. I couldn't get out. I couldn't get out. I hit like 3 from the sand. And
Did you pull out the putter?
I forgot
Just
how.
try to ramp it up
I think
there.
I just ended up turning and hit it the other way or something. It was,
So I played that member guest at Spanish on Saturday, and the highlight of my day was there's a par 5 on the back, and it was kind of slow, and the guys we were waiting for him to clear, and I was like probably 250 out, and I was like, well, I got to go for it. We need birdies. And so I'm like in my head, and they're all joking. They're like, "Oh, dude, you're gonna be the guy who waits for the green to clear and then like blades it or tops it or something." And I actually put it right on the fringe, and it was the highlight. It was like the best thing I've done in golf in like 2 months. Felt really good.
good for you, man.
Little sports anecdote from the sports
Sometimes
boner
it
there.
just takes one to keep
Sometimes,
keep
you know,
the juice going.
I'm gonna keep coming back.
You're gonna
That's
keep
all it
playing
takes.
golf.
I'm gonna keep playing.
That's a
I've
big
decided to
announcement.
not quit. John Rahm is your opening favorite, 10-1. John Rahm, of course, diagnosed with COVID-19 or testing positive. I guess I don't know. It's the same
He
thing.
was running away from the field.
Six shot lead at Memorial.
Running away from it.
It's a very expensive positive test for John Rahm.
Yeah, and he was. I wonder what he did because he'd had one dose of the vax, and then he tested positive. So what do you do? Do you have to wait? Got many questions. Like, do you go back and get that second one right after? Many COVID questions we're probably not qualified to answer, but that's okay.
We could take a stab at it without looking it up.
It doesn't matter. He's 10-1. What do you think about that?
I love it.
He's playing great.
I love it.
He's your best player to not
he's-
have a major.
He's in my pool for this week.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You went with the odds-on favorite.
So we do it. So every major we do it, and you can't pick the 4 guys that you had last time, type of thing.
Those are fun.
So Masters and PGA guys for me are out. John Rahm is left. He is in my pool this week.
Ooh.
We got DJ 16-1, Bryson 18-1, Brooks Koepka 18-1 as well. I don't think they've released the pairings yet. Everybody's clamoring for the Brooks Bryson pairing. I don't want that to happen this week.
Totally
I kind of want more build up. It would feel forced if they did that this week. And I know everybody wants that, but I want this to either happen organically, like they, end up going into Saturday.
Yeah, but if you have the opportunity to make
I know,
that happen,
I know.
and that's going to get eyeballs and people talking, you kind of have to seize that opportunity. But I do understand what you're saying. We have to see it at some point. This might be too soon, but I got to see it.
Who you got? Let's take one regular pick, then one long shot.
Okay.
Or if you're cocky, just go with one pick.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, Dave. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Gimme Phil. Back-to-back majors. I know. It's his hometown, and he sucks at Torrey after the redesign. I don't think this year. I think he's got it figured out.
You think he bucks the historical trend?
He bucks everything that's telling me
At
not
50.
to pick him. At 50
At
years
50.
old.
He wins his
at
first U.S. Open.
50-1.
Okay.
He's going to grab
It's
it.
a tough driving course.
I think he's totally content with his 2021 season at this point.
I think he
disagree. Can fold it up and just sit back and be super happy with whatever happens from here on out. And he's not going to care. I don't think he's hungry for this one. You know what I mean?
So I'm galaxy braining you right here and being like, because he doesn't care, he's just going to go out and put on like a stripe show, like a range session. And he's going to go like 69, 71, 71, 69 to win.
Boy, this is galaxy brain, Brett.
Sheesh.
Okay. I'm going to go My long shot. I'll start with my long shot, and it's not that. Well, is 45 to 1 a long shot?
You made some money on that.
Louis Oosthuizen.
That's a good pick.
Smoothest swing in golf.
Great ball strike.
Dude, Louis, I like where Louis at. Granted, I have no clue what he did this last weekend. I know he wasn't top 10. If he was, I completely missed it. To be honest, I was packing. I didn't watch a ton of golf. I watched that one dude, whatever his name is, bogey the last 3, which is a mega tough scene.
Was it Chesson?
Chesson, yeah.
Chesson Hadley?
No, was it Chesson Hadley?
I don't remember.
Okay.
It was a nobody.
That South
field.
African one, the left-handed dude.
Derek Higo.
Yeah. But, so yeah, I'm going Louis my long shot, and then, man, I'd love to just sit here and say I think that this is it for my dude Hovland, 25 to 1. But how about Xander Schauffele? He's had kind of a down year. I think he's due.
Never count him out. Excuse me. Does he have a major?
What amount? No, he does not.
No.
And I boldly
Xander-
predicted on Touching Base that he would have one within 2 years. And that never happened. So whatever that bet payoff was, I need to pay it out.
Got it.
Hopefully it wasn't anal bleaching.
Right. One might think.
Hopefully it was, actually. That's a bet I'd pay out.
I am going, and it's not a sexy pick, but he's long, and so is this course. I'm going Dustin Johnson.
Oh, the sports boner.
Is he healthy?
I think
I mean,
Isn't he?
he's the second favorite,
Is he
so
not healthy?
he's got to be at least somewhat healthy.
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, I
healthy
think
enough.
he is. Brooks is the one you got to kind of worry about, but, I mean, that didn't stop him at the PGA.
My long shot is Gary Woodland at 90 to 1.
Gary Woodland.
Ask me
Rock chalk.
Why?
I don't know. Just a gut. My gut's telling me he's going
Your
to go
gut.
out there. He's gonna put.
You've
some
been
rounds
drinking
together.
kombucha all day.
He's going to strike the ball.
He's going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kind of how it works.
Yeah. Well.
Can I give you the guy that DFS sports betting Twitter is kind of all over this week?
Is this the horny pick, like the cool? Like,
This is the cool Twitter bro pick that
Scotty
Corey
Scheffler.
Connors was for the PGA. Then he was leading after the first. And I was like, oh shit.
It looked really
point.
good for a minute there.
It's Jason Kokrak.
Kokrak,
Yes, that's
Dude.
that's the popular pick.
the man who took down Spieth a couple weeks ago.
The underground.
Spieth took himself down.
He did, correct, but technically he did win.
I would love to see Spieth up there on Sunday.
I was just saying
Would love to.
he's up there too, 20 to 1. Jordan Spieth. Same with Rory though, and Rory could fire an 80.
Rory doesn't win majors anymore. We know that.
I think this might be one where Spieth struggles. I think he comes back out for the Open Championship, and that's where he goes. That's where Spieth gets it back. I don't think he's going to do it at Torrey. Could be wrong. In fact, I will be wrong. I'm normally wrong about every prediction on this pod.
What are they doing?
So-
What's we're gonna hear the word Poa Anna this week. The
Poa
grass.
Anna.
9,000 times.
Is that the hybrid grass?
I
What's
don't
going on with that grass?
Dave, I've played a lot of golf. I played a lot of golf in different spots. Grass is grass, man.
When people start talking grass, that's when they lose me. I don't really get it.
Because you don't burn, is that why?
I just don't.
You don't.
I'm not. I don't know much about grass, and when people start talking about like, oh, the greens, oh, the grain is, grain's going this way. Like, shut up, just putt the ball. Who do you think you
gotta
are?
look at the grid affects things.
You ever pay attention to which way the grain is going?
If I'm chipping a ball, yeah. If I'm chipping back up against it, I don't want to put my club right into it.
I'm talking about on the green. You don't chip on the green.
I do. No. Well, I mean, the grain of the grass on chips matters as well. But yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
But-
I'm talking about only on the green, only when putting.
Okay.
Phil talks about it. I'm like, what?
Well,
Who
he's on
notices
another
that
level.
shit?
He's
I
on
know.
he's on like the golf psychopath list. Galaxy brain Phil.
Right.
Okay. Well,
feel
I
me.
mean, fuck. I had a whole segment on bent grass greens here. I guess I'll scratch that. Sports boner doesn't want to hear it.
Stop calling me
I'm
that.
not gonna-
You already
okay.
gave me one nickname today, dude.
What was that?
Lil Pre. One nickname a day.
I'll be the sports stiffy. You're the sports boner. What's Brett? What are you?
The recreation.
That's not what?
I was trying to do a sports thing off the top of my head. What do you expect from me, Dave?
But it has to
damn
be a
it.
boner.
I was trying to do an erection recreation combo.
We're forcing boner humor into this pod, whether anybody wants it or not. We're putting it out there. We're saying, look,
really terrible.
What is the U.S. Open on? Is it still that weird Fox thing with Joe Buck announcing?
no,
Okay, thank you.
no. You didn't like that,
No.
Dude,
I thought it was weird. At Chambers Bay, I just remember being like, I hate
wasn't that the
this.
first year? It was a disaster
Yeah.
the first year. They didn't know what they were doing.
All right, it's back to the normal stuff.
All right. You guys want to party?
Let's party.
Let's sports party. 54-29, Dylan.
Nah.
Oh my gosh, this is the segment where we just talk about basically stuff we didn't want to devote an entire segment to.
Exactly. Good way to put it, Dave.
Little Combat Sports Minute. We had Israel Adesanya defending his middleweight championship over Italy's own Marvin Vettori.
Marvin Vettori.
A guy who put way too much pressure on himself to win this. He would have been Italy's first champion in the UFC. And it wasn't close. He didn't do enough. He thought he won. He didn't. Izzy rolled, but whatever. The real story here, if you're looking for a fun guy to follow, Brandon Moreno became the first Mexican-born champion in UFC history, the flyweight champ. So these are tiny guys defeating Brazil's Davison Figueiredo by submission. Very fun guy to root for. The guy was in tears.
Yeah.
His interview with Joe was awesome. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. Highly recommend.
Flyweight is what are they weighing in at for flyweight?
Oh, like 70 pounds.
Yeah, Joe Rogan looked gigantic next to this guy, which is how you know it.
God.
Because he's like 5'8".
They weigh as much as a fly,
There it is.
basically.
I believe it's within 116 to 125 pounds.
Little lads.
Jockeys.
That is so tiny. And Figueiredo is like normally, I think he walks around maybe at 140 or something. Maybe my size. He just cuts a lot. But yeah, that was a fun fight. Really cool to see. What do we got here? Oh, yeah. Christian Eriksen. This was insane. Did y'all see this?
I have not seen it yet. I kind of don't want to.
I saw the clip one
I
time.
don't
I'm
like to
never
watch.
watching it
I
again.
don't like to watch stuff like this.
I don't either. Apparently he's okay.
Yeah.
So he
FaceTimed
collapsed on the
lads.
field. Collapsed
Yeah.
on the field, right? Who does he play for?
Oh,
Do we know?
Denmark? Is he a Dane?
Yeah, hard to say.
Yeah, he's one of those countries.
Danish.
Let's go.
He was like low key, like his heart stopped, right?
Yeah, the quote was he was gone
On the field.
on the field before being resuscitated by CPR and defib. The thing.
So even though we party in this part of the podcast,
Yeah, this is a party.
we still
downer.
talk about things that don't necessarily party.
No,
But he's okay. He's in stable condition.
stable condition, and he wished the
Okay.
lads well. He said, "Go beat those Finns."
If you're wishing the lads well, then you're okay enough for us to sports party you.
Yes.
Novak Djokovic. Did you watch any French Open?
I don't watch tennis. I
Is he
think
GOAT
everybody knows
status? Do you think he's GOATed?
that. He's low key goated.
Okay.
He's not the goat, but
One
he's,
behind
he's flirting
Nadal and
with it.
Feds, 19 majors.
That stat surprised me. I didn't realize that Nadal and Fed were tied, and I didn't realize that Novak was right on their heels.
He has now won the career Grand Slam twice.
Sheesh. How
Which
many
is-
times have you won it? Zero times.
I haven't won it yet. Well, it's not too late for me.
I am a Federer guy. Everybody knows that. I know he's washed-ish. You know, he's not. He'll surprise you every now and then. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Novak. I know he's badass, but I don't know. I've heard he's kind of a dickhead.
Yes, he's major chotch vibes from
Major
this guy.
chotch vibes. Does he have dork face too?
No, he's a good looking guy. He's just
Okay.
a chotch.
Does not have dork face.
Wasn't a huge fan of any COVID protocols. I
No.
remember that much.
No, did he get COVID? Wasn't
yeah,
there a COVID outbreak at like one of his parties or
Yes,
something?
it was like one of the first athlete outbreak.
Bad
moments,
optics.
Yeah.
Through a COVID party.
He threw, yeah.
I don't know if he called it that. We got to give big, sneaky, major shouts to Wasabi, the Pekingese. Is that how you say
I
that?
think it's Pekingese.
Pekingese.
Yeah.
Wow, I
ugly
botched
dog.
that. For taking home the Westminster Dog Best in Show. This dog is
I wouldn't have picked wasabi, but
probably not what I would have picked. I'm
Big
sure there
ups
was a
to
gold in there
Wasabs.
that was more deserving. I know there's a GSP that won in its group.
If Dave was a judge, he would just give it to the golden every single time.
Why you? How
don't-
can you not? How does a golden not win that dog show?
I would just be like, dude, this golden's just too tight,
Look
man.
how
Look
tight
at this
this
thing.
dog is.
Look at him, dude. What? Oh, dude, he's pawing at me.
I don't think how tight it is one of the things they have to check off.
Let's have our own dog show then.
You got to walk over, like, look at its gums, lift
Yep.
its tail up, look at its little dog butthole.
Confirm. Well, yeah, I always check the butthole in the
Yeah,
nuts.
stop
and
looking at
shit.
my dog's butthole.
Yeah, it's just a normal butthole.
Please.
Leave it alone.
It's a weird. How do you train for that?
Just
kind
stop
of
with the
thing?
butthole.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
You think they bleach their dogs' buttholes?
Yeah.
They do, right?
I don't think so, David.
You're kind of the guy.
I don't think I am. That's the thing.
Little pre. Ooh, Mike D'Antoni interviewing for the Trailblazers job today.
That's breaking news.
I like that. Although doesn't Dame want Jason Kidd for some reason? That was the rumor early on. Who knows? I like D'Antoni. He's kind of in that space of guys I want to win a ring, but I don't think will. But who knows? Garrick Higo, we mentioned him earlier, the South African, first win on tour. Yeah, none of us really watched.
Nothing about
what was it?
the
Like the
PGA
Pecan Classic,
Congaree. Really obscure tournament. One of those weird field tournaments where everybody is in Torrey doing stuff. DJ did play though.
DJ did play.
T10.
T10.
Yeah, -8.
Okay,
Not bad.
not bad. Nice little tune-up. What's CFL?
Canadian Football League, Dave.
Returns August 5th. That is the most sports party bullet point I've ever seen.
The fastest sport on grass north of the border. That's what they say.
It's just so niche. I didn't even know what it stood for.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's a lot of fun watching those suckers.
In my head, I was like, college football? No.
Do we mention CFL playoff? College football. 12 teams.
12 teams.
Power 6 now.
We didn't even talk about the
playoff.
the playoff, the expanded playoff. 12 teams?
Yeah.
Okay.
12 teams. 6 auto bids.
We're still partying if we want to continue the party and talk about that. What do you think?
Let's shut this party down. It's
He
getting, it's
doesn't
getting,
wanna
it's
party
getting out of
anymore.
control.
This guy already, he called his $90
Yeah,
Uber.
the cops are here. It's
Okay.
time to shut her down.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, are we even going to run it back?
Look at the run it back list, David. What do you think?
Been keeping tabs.
Let's change it to throw it back when you
Are
do
you
it.
running it back?
I'll run it back.
I'll let you do it.
yeah,
Let's
you
let
run
Brett
it
do it, man.
I'll run it back.
Okay. Tell people what this segment is.
Can you hear it? Oh, I can hear it. This is Run It Back, the segment where we talk about stuff we already talked about.
Wow.
How about that? Dillon went on a trip to San Diego this past weekend, but it wasn't a cool guy's trip, a.k.a. no party waves.
No party waves.
Oh.
Interns today have been sucking up to Dave with Dallas sports.
Just pandering a little bit. Why don't you maybe tone it down, cool Adam.
Dave once had a turkey leg at Schlitterbahn, and it did not end well.
We've all been there.
Parks, not into Jurassic Parks.
Crazy. It's a layup theme for him.
Total layup. Adam, intern Adam, is a huge Round Rock Express guy, we found out. Dave does not fuck with Lyft.
No, I don't.
Dillon went 164 miles per hour in an Indy car at Texas Motor Speedway.
Would have gone faster if not for the pace car in front of me. That's facts.
I simply would have gone faster.
Dave is saving his erection for the U.S. Open, which he told us in the inaugural segment of The Sports Boner.
You could probably tell by how well I did in that segment that I was just rock hard, sports-wise.
Apparently, Mike Modano did pretty well in Dallas in his days.
Pretty well.
Same with Jamie Benn. Hot dude.
Oh.
Dillon shredded his shoulder pitching at 13.
Oh, it hurts so
Never
bad.
proven, though.
Yeah. Undiagnosed, really.
They just looked at the x-rays and like, this is built different.
Like, so you just strained it? Or I'm like, sir.
We've never seen this before.
Dave chips on all bent grass greens.
Yeah, that's my
sick.
move.
That's sick.
You don't need to mark your ball because I'm chipping over it.
PSA, stop looking at dogs' buttholes at
Right.
dog shows.
Thank you.
Just run it back.
Thank you, Brett.
That was a fun little episode.
That was a fun little episode.
Thanks
Covered
for
a
your
lot of
hockey
ground.
expertise, Brett.
Sorry if we went long on hockey. I get hard talking hockey.
It's a playoffs, dog. We got to.
Playoffs.
Playoffs.
Well, guys, we'll be back next week. KJ will be back. Unless what?
To the shithead who called earlier, I expect you to call back and leave me a very sincere apology.
Wow, I thought you were going to apologize to him for saying.
Oh, I don't think I owe him one.
Okay. We'll
Yep.
see you next week.
On the solstice next week.
Bye.
Oh.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.